Hello, everybody. This is Sohan from Think Chess, and we are back to Attacking My Way, episode 17. This is a very, very deep topic, or I would say a very important lesson. Perhaps it will help you to find some really deep stuff in chess. And as usual, I love the titles. The title is After Gain Effects. So after gain effects means when you analyze any position and when you say I take, and you stop your calculation when you say white is up a pawn. Khatam. I mean you just stop it. Takes, and white is up a pawn. Takes, array, I'm up a piece. Takes, oh, I'm getting piece. Game over. So we just stop at a particular point when there is a gain, like pawn up, piece up, some exchange up, etc. Anything. So we just stop. Sometimes, or I would say most of the times, it works because naturally material is very important and decides the game. But sometimes with modern chess, somehow your opponent always gets some compensation. Whenever there is a piece fall, pawn fall, opponent does get a play. Something, whether it is enough or not, is a different story. But definitely, opponent gets that little bit of that warmth which he has lost the material, and he gets some compensation. Maybe it is for a short time, but sometimes it may be some weird compensation. So I think this is a very deep topic, and it will help you in analyzing some with some accuracy actually. So yeah, it's White's turn to play. Let us go through this position so I can understand better what exactly is the theme. So you can see that this D file is very good for white. Of course, white is down a pawn, I think 2 pawns, but with heavy this rook, then a nasty pin, and we have a weak square on D5. So this, and with activity like typical like Benko like thing where you get open file and you attack the weak pawns. So white has a lot of compensation, and black is slightly on the, I would say, in the defensive side. Slightly, of course, I will prefer white all the time. But what should white play? It looks some one move very tempting. Can you find out? All right. The most natural move here is knight d5, and it looks like you cannot play after knight d5. You cannot play f6 because knight e7 is double check. So f6 is impossible, and if you go knight c8, which is a very very bad move, then I think after say ed bc, you can just play rook d1, rook c1, swap of this, and black will have very hard time actually in this position. But the topic of today, after gain effects. So we gain something, but what are that after gain effects which we might, I mean, we might lose this. I mean, how we can stop this. So yeah, unexpectedly, black has a beautiful resource, and because of this good pawn chain and some consolidated pawn chain on the king side as well, black can dare to play the move knight d5. A very shocking move indeed. Like he's sacrificing a queen, but it is the after gain effects. So what is the gain effect? Yes, you play bishop takes queen, and of course black is not going to play rook d8 because I'm going to play ed or queen d5, and white is winning with queen up. But the intermediate move, knight b4, and this knight attacks the queen. So if at all any she, I mean, queen can go d2, I don't know, maybe b2, a3, b3, whatever it is. Now black plays rook fd8. And just take a look at this position. How does this position stand? Black has only two pieces for this queen sacrifice. But uh, this knight on b4 is cemented with this pawn. This pawn is cemented because the pawn on b6. This pawn is cemented because pawn on a7. So this is a rock stone formation. The knight is doing a good job controlling good square, and it is basically nicely supported. And black now has a good open file, and maybe someday black can even try to play knight d4 one day. So this position looks little bit balanced, even though white is up a queen, and in a practical game, or I would say in a short period of time where there is say 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I think black might do some mistakes and queen maybe can get through. But it is very difficult for white to make progress in this position because there is no pawns left to do something. So naturally, only king side is there. And this pieces somehow defend well, and black will hold ground. And this is a very, very solid and a very weird position, and somehow white is unable to make progress. If black has more time to think, then it is, I think, very easy to play from black. But if it is, say, a blitz game, then mistakes can happen. And of course, white can even make a mistake because white doesn't have any plan here in this position. What is the plan for white? It's difficult. Like, where should white play? So this position is very ingeniously defended by black, and luckily, or I would say cleverly, this position has landed from a different zone to a different zone, and it looks balanced. And where did white missed it? White missed because 99% of the time nobody will play knight takes d5. And this we never ever think like what we will gain, what will how we think 95 black will play 95. Oh, bishop takes queen. We are up a queen. That's okay. Everybody knows you're up a queen. But what are the after effects of all the mess? That after effects, if you can visualize, you will be much better player than your opponent. So very difficult from white side to do that. Anticipate knight takes d5, bishop d8, and knight b4, and somehow this position is crazily balanced. Wow, so this is interesting. So naturally, if you are a good player and if you think this way, you will not play 95. You will play something, you will improvise and then play 95. So the right move is, can you find it? All right, first beat takes c5. Now, black had the pride earlier of cementing the knight here, and he had three pawns here. So he had this pride. But what we will do is, first we will play bc5. This is intermediate stuff, intermediate move. And now we are attacking this knight. So if he takes this, then we play knight d5. And now this is losing because now after this I can just play maybe queen a5. And after rook d8, I'm going to take on c5. This rock position is dismantled because of this intermediate move bc5. So if you see more deep, you will understand how chess is difficult at the same time how much interesting this game is actually. Yeah. All right. So let's go back to this stuff. Yeah, we play bc5, and the right move for black in this position is not to play bc5 but play knight c8. A very difficult move as well to find how you can play knight c8 if you have good time on the clock and good player, then only you can find it. And now white is, you can play rook d1, you can play rook c1, and you can take this. And this is a good position for white, but still black is hanging on there. Still, white's position is preferred, but it is okay. So the main point was to analyze the after gain effects. We will be discussing this in later course where I can show you some more examples, some of my own games as well. So don't play knight e5 because after gain effects, even though you gain something, you have to face the after effects. So thank you for watching, and we'll come back to the next episode with new topic. Thank you.